What is the Trusted News Initiative, or TNI? Simply, Global Information Control. The Trusted News Initiative was founded in 2019 by UK's state broadcaster, the BBC, and its global media and big tech partners. The TNI claimed its first order of business was to promote freedom and democracy by preventing foreign interference in the 2020 US presidential election. But there was more. The TNI's big pharma backers had a vaccine agenda in mind from the start. The TNI issued a warning in 2019 that anti-vaxxers are gaining traction across the internet, requiring algorithmic intervention. That means very smart computer programs to identify, attack, and neutralize anti-vaccine content. How does the TNI work? Flooding your screen with repetitive pro-vaccine messages that normalize the experimental vaccine. They demonize the unvaccinated to create division and drive public acceptance of vaccine compliance. The TNI also pays off so-called fact-checkers to run false fact checks and hit pieces on scientists and journalists who buck the official narrative. Hundreds of frontline medical professionals, scientists, researchers who dare to speak out against the official narrative, gone, disappeared from social media by the TNI. They didn't ask approved questions. They didn't come to approved conclusions. So now, top doctors from Harvard, Stanford, and Oxford are dangerous experts who must be neutralized. TNI director Jessica Cecile complains that anti-vax content often includes interviews with people who have medical degrees. There is frequently a grain of truth to what is claimed. That makes untangling the false hard. They attack early treatments that cure COVID because they feel it poses a threat to the vaccine agenda. The TNI network also ignores stories of tens of thousands that have been injured by COVID vaccines in order to promote the false narrative that they are safe and effective. It's not just careers the TNI is destroying, but real lives as it suppresses the true numbers on vaccine adverse effects and early treatment protocols. Who's paying for this harmful suppression of science? You are. We pay taxes. The government pays Big Pharma, and Big Pharma spends almost $7 billion advertising with TNI corporations. TNI companies also have pharma investments, massive conflicts of interest. See how that works? And at the beginning of the pandemic, when it mattered, when the truth could have helped science find the origin of COVID, the TNI aggressively shut down all inquiry into this. They called scientists who simply raised the question of virus origin as a lab leak from the Wuhan lab conspiracy theorists. A year later, the so-called conspiracy theory has been deemed the most plausible scenario. Remember Orwell's dystopia in 1984? The Ministry of Peace made war. The Ministry of Love tortured. The Ministry of Truth told lies. And in 2021, the Trusted News Initiative promotes disinformation while keeping the true science from us.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish things that are true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.